Well, the clock is ticking for the Biden administration to turn over key documents on the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. The deadline is today, and House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Michael McCaul is putting Secretary of State Blinken on notice.
We need this dissent cable, and I think the American people deserve to see it, to know what in the world was going on in those critical weeks. I have the subpoena. It's right here. And I'm prepared to serve this.
Joining us now are the parents of a fallen hero, Taylor Hoover, who was killed in a suicide bombing in Kabul. His dad, Darin Hoover, and mom, Kelly Henson, join us now. Thank you for joining us, and good to see you both again. Kelly, I'll start with you first. What is your response to this and the demand now for more documents on that chaotic withdrawal? What do you hope to learn from this?
To be honest with you, I'm going to be honest today. I don't have any questions. I know what happened. I want justice. So I don't believe anything that they're going to send us is going to be the truth. They came to my house, lied to me in private. I don't think they're going to tell the truth on the world stage. One can hope, serve the subpoena, get it to them, get what we can get, and let's see. But, I don't think they're going to be honest.
Darin?
I'm the same way. I had the same colonel come in and major and give us the same speech. I don't think we're going to get anything either. I hope to. It would be nice, yes, but I don't trust that we will.
So Blinken could be served this subpoena if he doesn't turn over those documents. We just noted the deadline is today. Here was Blinken on Thursday responding to McCaul. Listen to this together.
It is vital to me that we preserve the integrity of that process and of that channel, that we not take any steps that could have a chilling effect on the willingness of others to come forward in the future to express dissenting views on the policies that are being pursued. We are prepared to make the relevant information in that cable available, including through a briefing or some other mechanism.
Kelly, if I could get you to respond to that.
I hope that it's, that it's what's coming out of his mouth is what, is really going to happen, that they want people to come forward and tell their truth like Tyler did. And, I hope there is a forum for them to do that. I've talked to, a few of the boys, and from them, I've gotten all the information that I need to know exactly what happened. But I do hope that they do leave that door open so that others can come forward and tell their truth.
Real quick, this is McCaul on Fox News Sunday over the weekend. Listen.
It's extraordinary to have 23 embassy employees dissenting to the policy of the Secretary of State and the White House. We want to know, and the American people deserve to know, and the veterans and the Gold Star mothers deserve to know what were in those dissenting cables. What was so important that these 23 employees were reaching out at the highest levels saying we disagree with your policy? I don't care about his internal policies.
But just answers is what people want to know, how this all went down, how it came to the point where, Kelly, you received that final text message from your son, Taylor, from the Kabul airport a year ago. It was short, and I know that you say you still read it every day. Mama, I'm safe, I love you. 31 years old.
Yes, I do. And
I'm sure that doesn't get any easier for both of you.
No, it's getting harder, actually. But I still read it every day, and I just want the world to know, how much of a loving, good person, always did the right thing. That's what I want them to remember about Taylor.
A final thought from you, Dad?
Just a powerful young man. Had a full life in front of him. He cared deeply about family first and foremost. The love that he had for his mom and his sisters knows no bounds. But the love of people that he had. And obviously they're trying to help as many people out as he could. Taylor set his legacy, and no one can take that away from him or the rest of the veterans that have done the same. But just a kid full of love, full of fire, full of life, and taken far, far too soon from us.
Well, we remember him with you, and we say his name, and we're showing his pictures, and God bless both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay strong.
A hero.
Strong family right there, indeed.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.